So this video is probably a 2 or 3 parter on how I make my figures. It's quite involved, but hopefully I'll try and simplify it for you. Now you must have installed your Make Human, your Blender and your UV tools and get a little idea on how they work. The only tips I can give you on your Make Human, on your model, is not to go too mad, because if you're using 00 or lower, it's not going to show up anyway. The only one thing I say is on the modelling, arms and legs, is fingers, make them small, fat and dumpy. So that's the settings I use, because they're the things that don't print out so well, especially in 00 gauge. But I've already got, or we can go to, zoom's a bit wrong way around on this one, then we go to geometrics, and if you've downloaded some of your clothes from Community, I've downloaded some of the basic ones. We'll put an elves men's sweater suit. We'll have a pair of boots on him, and then we'll put a hat on him. Now you can go to pose, or we'll go to pose actually, because we'll have to put a skeleton on him. Now I use the CMU MB because it has 31 bones. If you go to the default one is 163 bones. You can change the toes and everything, but no, we want the CMU MB. On that I'll put a rig in for Blender. The pose, you can pick a pose if you just want a pose and then print that straight out, but we need to say pose our man for the railway. So anyway, quite happy with that. What we'll do is we'll bring Blender up. You get your splash screen, click away, press A to select everything and delete. And we want to press N, and we'll bring our side screen up, and you should have installed, if you followed the videos, to Make Human plugin. And because we've got Make Human open, we can just go import human, and a bit of luck he should appear. We're getting something going on in our box, and there we go. It's as easy as that. So now we have our man. If you press N again, it takes that side screen out. Now what you see clothes wise is just an impression. It depends on what you decide to paint them. So now first job is we pick the skeleton on it, and we go to top left into pose mode. I'll go back again into pose mode, and then we should go down to viewpoint display on the right hand side. Wrong, visibility, oh, wrong menu. We'll get Stickman, the running man here, viewpoint display. It's display as wire. If you change that to stick, a better idea on how to pose your figures. So we're happy with that. Now we need to move him into a position what we like. Now sometimes I'll put a box in at the beginning, so you can put your man's foot on the box or whatever. It's up to you. This is just a general overview on it. So now what we need to do is we need to move his hand. So put him down the side. So go up to the left, we'll put the move tool And if we go to move it, weird stuff happens. So we do a Control Z, and we've got to link this bone up the arms, so when we move the hand, the whole arm goes. So we highlight that finger joint there, go to, it's a bone with a bone constraint properties, and we come up to the add bone constraint, inverse kinetics. So this, now we have to define how many bones we want to go to connect. So at chain length here on the right, we'll change that to say a 5. Enter. And if you look, it should, I don't know if it comes up on the screen, as an arrow, as a dotted yellow line that goes up to the elbow. So now if we move this, the whole arm moves. So we can move him around and pose him how we like. It's a very finicky thing. It takes a lot of practice, and I'm not very good at it. So anyway, let's move his arm down. We'll pick on that, and we'll put his arm down by the side. Doesn't look much difference, does it? We can use the rotate tool. That moving the hand. We'll try the move tool again. Move tool, there we go. Use the up. Use the up. And then we can do the same one here. We pick on there, we have to come down to our bone constraint, add an IK, pick a 5 again, bone constraint and the move tool, and so we go to left to right. And just a pose. On the leg, I normally pick this one, add a bone constraint, IK, and I'll do a 2 on that. With a bit of luck, he should be able to lift his leg. There we go. So you can see it takes a bit of practice. We can move his foot out. Now what we could have done was put a box there, or a stair, and we can have your man standing on the box on a stair. But this is practice, and I'm not so great at that, but there we go. So what we should do is, we'll go back from pose mode. Once you're happy with your pose, object mode. We'll go to File, Export, STL. Now on the right side here, we'll use selection only, and that we'll cancel that, and we'll select the whole man. And then we go to File, Export, STL, and we've put selection only. We'll only select that man. If you have say 3 or 4 men there, we've only got this one, and we'll send him as one foot man. And we'll export STL. Now what you need to do is to go of your slicer of choice. I've started using Super Slicer. We'll add. Now the other thing was, I didn't know where I saved that, did I? Do it again. File, Export, STL, Downloads, there we go. 1 foot man, STL. Open, 1 foot man, and there we go. He's there, but he needs to be size, and we'll do a scale of 20, and that is a 20mm figure. Now we want to right click him, fix through Netfab. This might take a little time. I'll pause that.